Hi everyone, welcome back. In today's episode, I wanted to take a look at some excellent Firefox extensions that really improve the experience of the browser. I've been a Chrome user for quite some time now, and making the transition to Firefox happened because I was a little worried about privacy and tracking, and I just don't really like the direction that Google is going in general with their entire ecosystem. So I wanted to branch out a little. Anyway, there was a few things that I needed to tweak, and luckily with some awesome extensions, I got it working just the way I like it. So right off the bat, I want to start off with, this isn't really an extension, but it works with extensions. So it's the Firefox account. What you want to do is basically create a Firefox account, and this will sync across all of your browsers, all of your devices. So meaning on iOS, on Linux, on Windows, so on any of these platforms that you're using Firefox, you'll get your tabs, you'll get your extensions, and logins and passwords. So definitely sign up for that. All right, and the most important, I guess, extension of all is the multi-account containers extension. If you have multiple accounts, multiple emails, you want to kind of keep those worlds separate, especially if they're personal, work, or if you're working on projects and you have different emails. What this does, it'll separate all of the cookies and caches for each of those logins. And this way, when you open up, let's say, any account, the logins for that account are separate, and the saved information is separate from other accounts. So for instance, if I was to open up this tab here and I was to go to, let's say, Gmail, right? That would open up my email here. And let's say if I open up another extension, or another container rather, and I go to Gmail here, it'll automatically log me into the other account. So basically, based on the color here of the tab, if you can see that, it separates all of your account info. Chrome has that built in. Firefox has it as an extension, but they both work really, really well. And it's critical for me because I have so many different types of emails. So let's close this. And the nice thing about it is it is built into the browser pretty well. So if I try to open a new tab, it'll automatically give me the option to pick which container I want to open the tab with. Or I can choose to open with no container. All right, moving on, I have this DuckDuckGo extension installed, and what that does is basically gives every website a grade. So as soon as you visit something, if I go to reddit.com, for instance, it'll automatically come up with a grade for that website. So as you can see, reddit.com has a B, which isn't bad. The most I've seen on a website is like a B+. That's the highest that I've seen it go. So for example, if we go, let's open up another tab here, and we'll go to apple.com. We know their privacy is pretty good. Let's see how they fare. They also get a B. So the website has to be really spectacular in order for it to get a higher grade. Now, this may be a little biased, but let's, for instance, try to open up another container here with duckduckgo.com. And of course, DuckDuckGo gets an A because they follow all the privacy standards. But, you know, at the same time, it's obviously theirs, so of course they're going to get an A. But if you do look into the privacy information and like what they do as far as tracking, or actually not tracking, with their search results, that A is well deserved. So I like to just keep an eye on the website that I'm on and see what they get. So, you know, if we go to YouTube, for example, you can see what YouTube gets as a grade. YouTube gets a D. And it's not an F, but it's pretty low. So if you click on it, it'll actually let you know why they're getting a D and what their privacy practices are, if there are any trackers, if the connection is not encrypted, and things of that nature. So really, really powerful extension here. Next up, I have tab sets. So this is great because I don't like using built-in mail applications because they download the mail and it just gets kind of clunky. I like having my mail separated into tabs. So what this does is basically, if I open up a new window here and I, for instance, want to see all my mail at once, I can click on this here and I've had these tabs saved. there's see if I open it up, you can see every single mail account, and then this blue arrow kind of pointing up. If I click on that, it says open tab set, and that'll automatically launch all of my tabs with their sessions already logged in, and then I can just browse through my emails and answer them as needed. And this can also work great for things like banking, shopping, I mean for any purpose, for school. If you have like certain a project that you're working on, you can create this tab set. So basically you open up all the tabs that you need, and then you give it a name, and then you can hit add tab set. It'll create that tab set. You can give it a different color, as you can see here. You can basically color coordinate, essentially how tabs work in a binder. Really, really excellent extension. This is one of my favorites. Here's another one here that I have for tech deals. You can click on that, and it'll open up all the websites that I go to shop for technology and things of that nature. All right, next up on the list is an agent tab. So basically what this does, every browser has what they, I guess you can call an agent. If you're ever trying to go to some website and it says Firefox isn't supported for whatever reason, believe it or not, there are some websites like that. So if I just to give you an example, I'll go to school.apple.com. This is just a website that Apple uses to manage their like device programs. Or like business.apple.com. Once again, only supported on Chrome, Edge, Safari. Can you believe it? They support Edge, but they don't support Firefox, which is kind of bizarre if you ask me. And all that really means is the agent that it's looking at is different. So what I would do in this case, if I needed to go to business.apple.com, I'll say I want to be on Chrome here, and then I can hit apply container. User agent is set. You get the notification here, and all I have to do is open a new tab, close that one, and let's try that again. There we go. And as you can see, the site loads. You can log in and use it as normal. So really powerful in the event where, for whatever reason, the user agent isn't accepted from Firefox. You can change that, and it'll let you load any website that you need. And once you're done doing it, you can just hit reset, and then it's disabled, and it just basically goes back to being normal. The other one up next is Firefox Color. This is just something for preference. As you can tell that I have like a blue background here. There are preset themes that you can choose from. I'm currently on the blue one here. You can choose some of these different kind of retro looking things. If you like some bright stuff, you can do that. You can choose custom backgrounds, advanced colors. I don't really dig around too much in this. I just like the kind of this dark blue look of it. So that's one that I like. If you guys like the stock look of it, you can keep it stock, but this is just a little extra something that I like to have here. And finally, I have two cache cleaning extensions. One clears website cache. So if you're ever on a web page and you're trying to load it, or you log in at some point and the login isn't working, even though you're sure you have the right password, or if you're filling out a form and then the form kind of gets messed up, if you can use this clear cache extension, it'll clear it out. And then I have one more as a reserve in case something kind of really goes haywire. I can actually clean this entire domain. So basically, instead of just clearing that whole form, let's say I'm on apple.com and I'm filling out some sort of form, it's not only going to clear the cache of that specific web page, it's going to clear anything related to apple.com, and it'll pretty much nuke everything that is saved. So you might not need both of these. You might just be fine with either one of these, but try out both and see if you need them. These are a little more user specific, like in my case, but all the other ones are really handy for anyone who's using Firefox, period. So that really sums it up for the Firefox extensions that I use on a regular basis. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you next time.